So you want to learn how to use Instagram stories. Instagram has over 500 million users posting to their stories every day. Stories are different to the Instagram feed because after 24 hours, your stories completely disappear, whereas your feed stays there forever. So stay tuned to watch how to use Instagram stories in 2019. Okay, so let's go in and have a look at Instagram itself. So let's just quickly go over the difference between your stories and your feed. So down here at the bottom, we have our feed. These are the posts that you put into your account using this plus sign, and they stay inside your feed forever until you delete them. Stories, however, can be found up here in your profile picture if you've added a story, or you need to come down and click the home button here, and it will open up your feed and all your stories that you've made and all of the people you follow, and also any adverts or any influencer that they are trying to spread their reach for can be found up here along the top. So you can see that lots of people are adding to their stories on a day-to-day basis. So how do you access your stories? You can go in either using the camera here, or you can swipe your screen to the right, like so. Okay, so let's look at the features along the bottom here. So the first one is type. This is where you can write a message to your followers. So let's pop a message in here now. Okay, so once you've done that, if you look up the top where it says strong, you have an option to change the text format. You also, with some of the formats, have the option to put a background on it by clicking the A with the 2 stars. Now this background will depend on the font. Down at the bottom here, you also have the option to change the colorway, and the colorway will depend on the font that you're using and the layout of the fonts. As you can see, they all just vary. So that's how you can write text. Some texts actually allow you to position it as well. So in the typewriter setting, you can have your font to the left, to the right, or in the middle. Once you've done your writing, then you click the white button with the icon in, and this allows you to, with both fingers or one finger, move the text up and down. With 2 fingers, you can make it smaller or bigger. So let's just pop that there like so. The next one along is going live. This is where you can speak in real time to your followers. You can go live facing you or facing away, and you can also put filters. So if you put a filter on, you can choose from the selection down the bottom of all different types of filters and different effects, including ones that are specific for your face and ones that just give a background feeling. So let's just go around and leave something on. Let's just leave that one on for now. So that's how you can go live. The next one along is normal. This is where you can take a photograph of yourself, or you can video yourself in 15-second increments. You can also use the filter option. So at the bottom, you can have lots of different options with your filters as well. The next one along is boomerang. Boomerang is where the camera will take multiple shots to create a small video. And it pulls those shots together to make a video that's on a repeat. The next one along is super zoom. Now this is a cool feature. Let's take this dragon for an example. If I put the fire feature and then I press and hold, it will zoom in with music and create a movie for you. Then we have focus. So focus works in a similar way. There are lots of different features with focus, but it makes a point of zooming into a particular object and then allows you to focus in. So this one's quite good. You can focus by pressing on the object, and then you can make the focus of the blur more stronger and further away, and then you can film different points of the object. So hands-free gives you the option to not have to hold the button whilst you're recording. So, and you can also put filters on that as well. So that's quite a good feature as well, and you can just do the hands-free, press it, and it allows you to video and have both hands free. So you could actually pick up the object, turn it around, and it does this for you in 15-second increments. Now, this video feature is quite unique to Instagram. It allows you to video for longer than 15 seconds at a time, and then Instagram will pop each 15-second tile next to each other. It also enables you to edit and add features to all of these areas without having to keep filming in separate increments. So I could actually put some text, I can put a picture here. So say like I could put savage here, and then on this one it's completely gone, and I can add a different emoji onto this one. So I could put this. And then the next one, again, I can have some space for something else. So this feature is really quite good. So you can actually post more than one story at a time, because then when you click next, you've actually got three story sections to post. And if I click share, it will upload those 3 separate sections for you. There you go, there's section 1. And then when it uploads the next section, there's section 2, and so on. Okay, so we're going to look at the special features at the top of the Instagram stories page, just here. So we're going to start off with the download button. Now, it speaks for itself. That's what you press to download your image. I suggest you do it after you've added all the other features, so that when you do download your story to your phone, you could upload it to another platform if you so wished. Moving over to the smiley face with the stars, when you click that, you are given the option to add some filters to your image or your video that you have inside your story. So the first one gives a sort of like sepia effect, I suppose. And then you have one that's quite cool, it's called the stars. And then you can have glasses. It works really well if you've got a human face with the glasses. So any of the ones that have this head style here will give you a feature that's to do with someone's face, like you can see there. There are lots of these that you can try out. So just choose one that you like the look of. I'm going to stick with this one while we carry on doing the rest of the features up the top. So the next feature along the top is the link. If you click the link, this is where you will have 1 or 2 options. If you have over 10,000 followers on your Instagram account, you will have the option above this one to add a unique URL to any of your stories. So this is really good if you're a brand, if you've got a product or you're offering services. You can send your viewers directly to that platform without them having to go back to your profile and clicking your profile link. If, however, like me, you have less than 10,000 followers at the moment, you can utilize the IGTV link. Now, IGTV is Instagram's TV channel, and you can learn more about IGTV by watching the video on my YouTube. I have a how to set up your IGTV video and also how to upload your first video. So if you want to check that out, then I'll pop the link in the description below. If, however, you do have an IGTV account, if you click it, it will let you link up to any of the videos you have in your IGTV account. So if I click this one, it's going to automatically link my story to my sparkly in the house fun video I did the other day. So that's the link. Now you will see that link down here, but only if you're not in your own account. So if you borrow a friend's phone and you check out your account, you can see that it will say swipe up or go to IGTV just at the bottom there. The same way as the link would do if you had over 10,000 followers. The next option at the top is the post-it note sticker option. This is where it opens up lots and lots of fun, and there's lots and lots of things that you can do here. First one is to add a location. That's where you can really come into your own. If you have a land-based property, you can add a location to that. Then you have mentions. So you can mention a brand, an influencer, or a fave follower that you want to grab the attention of. You can also add mentions if you would like to have people tagged in your story as well. You have the option to add one hashtag using this feature, but you can add more hashtags with the writing option inside stories. The GIF is where the fun happens. If you click the GIF, you can use any of the trending GIFs available inside stories, or you can do a search at the top. So I could put new post and it will bring me all the GIFs related to the word new post. I can pop that on by clicking it. And then if you want to move anything around that you click on it with your finger and you can move it around. 2 fingers gets you to break it bigger and smaller, and you can just decide where you want to place it. Go back into the stickers. Then we go to the time. You can put the time that you did your story. You can also run polls inside your story. So you can ask your viewers questions and get their opinions. These are super popular with lots of people now, and if you don't want the poll, you drag it down to the dustbin at the bottom and it gets rid of, and you do that, drag down to the trash can with all options if you don't want to keep them. So going back to the poll, we also have the option to ask questions and also have a quiz. These are really, really good ways of interacting with your audience, and I recommend that you try these out, especially if you're posting for business orientated or you're trying to get feedback from an event or you want to get some sort of review. We also have a countdown counter, so that's really cool for events or anything that you're counting down to. We have a love this filter where you can ask a question and you're asking your viewers to give you a reaction. There's lots of different emojis you can choose for. Am I on fire? You can have the fire and you can swizz it across. You can create a chat, so you can have a group chat in stories. We have stickers, we have the temperature, and so on and so on. You also have this really cool feature, which is for you to take a photograph of yourself as well. So I could take another picture of myself. Yay! And I can then drag that and put that somewhere else if I wanted to. So that's another feature that you can have. That's quite a cool one as well, especially if you're using a plain text or a plain background. We also have donations, and then we have all the stickers that are available inside, and it goes on and on and on. So there's lots and lots of features that you can do there. You also have this mute button. So if you have music or you have your voiceover, then you can have this. Don't forget that 80% of stories are watched with sound on. So if you do have some audio or you have music, then it's ideal if you tell people to turn the sound on, and you can do that with a sticker. You have the pencil option. This gives you the option to do some drawing. On the left here, you've got this toggle that makes the drawing bigger or smaller. Down the bottom here, you can change the colour of your pencil. So I could just draw a nice little heart here, like so. You can change the colour, you can swipe across. If you don't see the colour that you want, you press and hold one of the colours and it will open up so that you can change the colour and find a colour that's more suitable, like so. You can also have a slightly thicker pen that goes at a bit of an angle. You can also have one that's a bit more neon, so it's sparkly, which is quite cool. You can rub everything out, so you can rub it all out with this, which is quite cool. So you can get rid of any of the mistakes you made with your pencil. This feature is also really good if you want to show a surprise, because what you can do with the pencil one, you can choose a colour. Let's get a really wacky colour. Press and hold on the screen and it will make the whole screen go purple. Then you can use your eraser and just rub out a little bit of the picture. So that's really good as well. You can click undo if you make a mistake on anything, and that's a really good feature to do. You can also add text to your image or your video, so you can carry on adding text. Cool stories effects. You can again change the way the font is presented, so you can have how you want it, which is quite cool. So that brings us to the actual publishing of your story. So we've created our story, we love it to bits. We're going to download it and save it to our phone by clicking the download button so that we can use it elsewhere, or we can use it as a collection and mix it up with other people's as well. The first way is to click the story button down here, which will just add the story directly to your feed. The second way is to send it directly to close friends, and that's a close friends list, and you can create that inside your settings. When you click the send to button, it will give you the option to send it directly to your story by clicking the share button, You can have the option to share it direct to Facebook once or every time, and that's set in your settings as well. Personally, I wouldn't recommend that you share it to your Facebook stories at the same time as your Instagram stories, because you might want to choose a different call to action and you might want to just keep the two platforms separate. So once you're happy, you can click the share. Now, before I do that, you can also share it down the bottom to your friends list, and also anyone else that you're following, you can send it directly to. So let's just click share for now. That will share the story to my stories. Click done, and then at the top here, you check that your story's gone up. You just click your own profile picture, and there you can see that your story is there. Okay, so there are some extra features that you do get when you've posted your story. At the bottom, you can see it says copy link. It has a Facebook sign, it has a highlight sign, and it also has these three little dots which says more. You can copy the link so that you can share your stories in another platform. Facebook means that you can again share it to Facebook. Highlight is an option on the front of your profile where you can add your stories to a highlight button, which will allow you to accumulate certain stories into one category. And then we have the three little dot button. So if I click the three little dots, what happens is you get the option to delete your story. So if you don't like your story, you can delete it. You can save your story again to your phone. You can share as a post. So if you wanted to share it into your newsfeed, you could share it as a post. You could send it to, so you can send it to different people. You can copy link, which means you can copy the link and then promote it on other platforms as well. You can actually run a promotion from here. So if you click promote, it will open up your Instagram ads. You can tag a business partner. So if you're a brand or a big influencer, you can tag a business partner even after you've posted your story. And also the story settings are quite important, and we're going to run through those really, really quickly. So you can set your story controls. So you can hide your story from certain people. You can send it to close friends. You can allow people to send you messages on your story. So when your viewers watch your story, there'll be a send me message box at the bottom of your story. This is really, really cool, especially as a business. So I would recommend that you turn that on. And you can have it automatically saved to your camera roll and automatically save your stories to archive. Like I said at the beginning, the stories disappear after 24 hours, but you can have them saved to your archive for you to have for future use. Sharing, allow resharing of your stories. This is highly recommended if you're trying to promote your brand or services, because if anyone sees your story and they feel that they want to share it with their followers, you can let them do that. Allow sharing as message, so you can allow people to share it directly as a message as well. And this is where if you want to share automatically to Facebook, you can switch it on. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing your stories in my feed in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll answer them as soon as I can.